guys, it's Tika and welcome back to the channel. Please don't forget to subscribe and ring that bell so you can be notified every time I post a new delicious video. Today we are going to be making these absolutely delicious pumpkin spice latte cakesicles. These are actually really good and they're really easy to make. We're just going to start off by prepping our chocolate. We're going to move on to making just a few decorations and then we're going to put everything together. So let's go ahead and jump into this video. I am beginning with my Sweet Tooth Fairy pumpkin spice meltables, of course. These are actually extremely good. Like, you could just eat them by themselves. They melt down really well. And I'm just going to add a couple of these into my Chocomaker chocolate melter here. And then I'm also going to add in a few of these Ghirardelli white candy melts. Now, I'm only adding in about 6 because I just want to make sure that the color isn't too dark. I kind of want it to have a nice light look. And this is perfect. So now I'm going to move on to preparing my cake. And I am using mini vanilla cupcakes today. I've already prepared my Cakesicle filling and I am going to be using my special ingredient today, a little pumpkin pie spice. Now this part is totally up to you. I like to add in just enough to taste, not too much. We don't want to overwhelm the palate. I've noticed that about 1/8 of a teaspoon of pumpkin pie spice to about 6 to 12 mini cupcakes is like the perfect flavor combination for me, but you can definitely adjust this. Do as you will. Now, as usual, I'm going to go ahead and just finish these guys up. I'm going to start by filling my mold with a little chocolate and working that through, adding some cake into these empty shells, and lastly, just closing everything off with a little bit more chocolate. Now, if you need a more in-depth tutorial, I will leave links below, but today we're just going to keep things simple and focus a little bit more on the decorating. So once everything has a chance to harden and chill, and these are actually at room temp, we can go ahead and start focusing on the decorations. So I am just going to be using a small piece of white fondant. I'm rolling this out really thin. And then I'm going to take a Sweet Sugar Belle mini coffee cookie cutter and I'm going to just punch out the top portion of this. I am going to use a popsicle stick just to make a line down the middle. And I'm going to tear off the extra. This is actually going to be the lid of our little latte. And I'm going to set that off to the side. Now for the Starbucks logo, I'm actually using a stencil and that leftover white fondant. I am then going to pull out my Cookie Countess airbrushing system. I'm going to be using the color green. I'm just going to add a little bit of this into my airbrush gun. And I'm actually just airbrushing the stencil to get that image. Now you can't see it, I'm sorry, my head was in the way. And I'm just taking a nice round cutter and I'm just going to punch out this little image. There you go. Another really easy way to get these edible logos if you do not have all this equipment at home is to try Etsy. They have lots of little shops where you can buy edible images and I did leave them linked below. Now we can start adding our decorations onto our Cakesicle. So I flipped it upside down and I'm just adding a little chocolate here and I am going to place on my lid. I'm going to add just a little more chocolate and then I'm going to go ahead and place on my logo. And there we go. Now I'm going to take a cellophane bag and I am just going to place this inside and add my own handmade bow. Now, if you would like to know how to make these little twisty tie bows, I will leave a link to my Instagram and there's a small video over there. But that is all. And that is it for today, guys. Thank you so much for hanging out with me today. I hope that this video was helpful and that you try this out for yourselves, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.